Hello, Malhar sir.
Hello, Ritesh.
અશ્વિન સર મલ્હાર વેઇટ કરે છે, તમને એમને એડમિટ કરવો પડશે.
Okay. Actually, Divyang, have you admitted?
હા સર ચેક કરું છું. પિન નથી થયું.
Yeah, we don't get any ping here. See.
But he joined. He's saying he joined.
Divyang,
હા સર.
if you can share the link directly to Malhar bhai.
હા. Just doing that. Just send an email link to Malhar sir, so you can join directly to this team by clicking the link.
Yes.
हाँ.
Is it visible?
Yes.
Yes. Visible.
Next slide. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Ashwin sir. Thank you, Divyang sir, for having us. Once again, we are very happy. Sorry, can we get everybody to mute, please? Guys, should we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shruti, this formatting is not looking correct, at least on my screen. I'm not sure if others are able to see it properly or not.
We can see properly, sir.
You can see properly. Okay. All right. All right. Let's start then. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Ashwin sir. Thank you, Divyang sir, for having us. It's great to be back here again. As always, we really enjoy coming to Charusit College, as it has worked very well, and the students have been really great over the years. So, thank you once again for having us today. Today I want to start with the technology landscape and where we are, and then we go from there. So basically today, there are plenty of technologies available in the market today, whether it is blockchain, AI, ML, data analytics, security, DevOps, cryptocurrency. There are so many different areas available. But when it comes to different technologies, basically they are in different phase of development. Different rate of innovation is going on for each one of them. Same thing we can say about programming languages as well. Programming languages like C, C++, .NET have been around, and they tend to be still important for a lot of system type of work, a lot of Windows infrastructure. But the rate of innovation is not there. So we've kind of tried to explain the different technologies and different programming languages on two axes. On the left x-axis is the ability to execute, and y is the ability to innovate. So if you look at areas like robotics or blockchain or AI/ML, they are very high on the innovation axis, but they are very low on the ability to execute axis, because the true skill set available required to do groundbreaking work is really still very early and not available. On the other hand, areas like DevOps, cloud migration, and data analytics and so forth are actually innovating quite fast, and also they are well understood markets. So we can execute well as well. So not just there are a lot of new things happening, but we are able to execute them well as well. And like if you go down south, like .NET or call center or CRM, HRMS, some of these opportunities, they are very important, and there are a lot of people available, but there is a very little innovation happening in that area. So this is very important, because as every company, we need to decide who we are and what we want to be. Next slide, please. So, kind of a good analogy would be for every company to understand, who we are, what we do. We have to understand like a car market. It's very well understood. There are a lot of variants in the car market. Maruti, for example, has a very clear mandate that they want to make cars for the middle class of India, because they are the ones who can afford a car, and they are the ones who should who represent a big class for purchasing. Mercedes or Porsche or BMW, Audi, some of those, they have decided they're going to make very high-end cars and very high-quality cars. So if there's nothing wrong with what Mercedes is doing versus what Maruti is doing, but you have to understand your customer and you have to be very clear what you are offering. If Mercedes made a car for middle class, it would fit for, uh, or vice versa. So can you all right. So next slide, please. So so at Crest Systems, we have a clear mandate that we want to focus on innovative technologies that we can execute, which means that areas like blockchain, AI, ML are on our radar. We do some projects, but it is still not mainstream. On the other hand, areas like mobile app development, infrastructure monitoring, .NET, HRMS, CRM, those are not areas of our focus because there's not a lot of innovation happening in those areas. And the reason we have chosen this as a mandate is because we have very clear focus. We want to focus on large US enterprises. In fact, we don't have a single customer in India as of today for the last 8 years. We want to focus on being strategic partners for these large US enterprises. A lot of them are actually Fortune 500 companies. And we want to build a long relationship with them where they can actually value the partnership and they can gain from what we have to offer as well. And by doing this, we basically build a very high sticky business with them, where they trust us with their product portfolio. They trust us with giving us source code to some of the core products. And eventually, they want us to develop capabilities on top of this. And this is great as an engineer when you are thinking, what kind of project do I want to work on? These are some of the most interesting and challenging projects because these are coming from companies based out of Silicon Valley. They are coming from companies that are some of the best names in the market and so forth. Next slide. So coming to different areas that we said. So I'm moving to focus to some areas where Crest Data Systems does a lot of work. So one area is data analytics. So the slide in the chart is very interesting because it shows you the scale of the internet, the number of YouTube videos or Netflix videos are being watched, or the TikTok videos, or email messages or Snapchats being sent every 1 minute. It just shows the sheer size of how the internet is scaling, and the scale has been increasing quite exponentially over the last several years in a row, to a point where data analytics is an area where we need data scientists to help solve some of the problems because the amount of data being generated is so massive, it's not possible for any human to see and manage. So India alone this year will require more than 250,000 data scientists. But in reality, there are less than 45,000 data scientists. So if you're a data scientist today, there would be like 6 opportunities for each one of you out there. Next, talking about data analytics, I mean, the next frontier for data analytics is machine learning and AI. And I know in colleges you have started to learn a lot in these areas. But what you still know is still scratching the surface because in reality, the way Google and Amazon and Apple and a lot of these companies, Netflix, Amazon, the way these guys are looking at MLAI is totally different from how we see. And as a result, it's very important for us to be able to understand this very well. There are a lot of opportunities with machine learning and AI in the areas of cybersecurity, for example, because cybersecurity is another area where it's becoming increasingly complex and difficult for us to be able to manage the cybersecurity posture. So at Crest, this is one of the integral parts of what we work on along with data analytics. Next slide. Another area that has grown a lot over the last several years is cybersecurity. The reason cybersecurity is very important is because the reason cybersecurity is very important is because as more and more companies through the pandemic in general have gone digital, they have started to adopt migrating to the cloud, moving all the data onto applications, and securing those servers, securing those endpoints, securing those applications, those databases, the containers. Everything is becoming increasingly challenging. And because of the very large surface area, we see that there are lots of data breaches happening every single day. As a result, cybersecurity has become one of the top spending priorities for all the CIOs and CISOs worldwide. At Crest, we focus a lot on building cybersecurity solutions for customers with the help of data analytics, data automation, machine learning, AI, and so forth. So this is one of the fastest areas and one of the most recession-proof areas, if I may say so, because even if there is a recession in the US that everybody talks about in the next few months, the spending on cybersecurity is not expected to decline. The spending on other areas, you can say, I will have a mobile app later on, I can have a refresh of my website later on, but you will almost always certainly spend the dollars to make sure the data you have available to your customers today is secure and so going forward. So we expect cybersecurity market to be very resilient to any economic downturns also. Next. And last but not least, we have this whole migration to the cloud, where this effort has been going on, led by the likes of Amazon, AWS for about 15 years now, and Azure and GCP have also gained a lot of momentum in this. But when you look at cloud as an opportunity could mean three different things. And the reason it's very important to assess is because different skills are required for each one of this. Cloud migration. This is primarily like a software development kind of a role, where you're migrating an existing application which is written on legacy applications, old versions of Java, .NET, ASP, and so forth, and they need to be migrated. When you migrate it to the cloud, you are also converting them into microservices or building it on serverless architecture. You're using more modern databases, often not just RDMS databases, but NoSQL databases as well. You are basically converting this into microservices, so every aspect of an application can be scaled up or down based on the workload demand and so forth. So this is a very developer-centric role, and cloud migration is going to be extremely important because today, even as of today, less than 10% of all the workloads are migrated to the cloud. So for the next decade, cloud migration is expected to be very strong. Next is, sorry, go back to the previous slide. The next is DevOps and automation. As you migrate to the cloud, one of the biggest challenges of legacy software has been that the deployments have been very slow. Automation has been very slow. Compliance has become a problem. Hence, as a DevOps engineer, there is a tremendous opportunity to streamline the entire CI/CD pipeline, to streamline the entire engineering workflow, SDLC, and so forth. So DevOps and automation is an opportunity in the cloud for this people who are more interested in DevOps and less in development also. And last but not least is once you migrate an application to the cloud, there is a cloud ops team and a site reliability engineering team, as Google calls it, that needs to make sure that the application is running successfully without any glitches. So as a result, this is another very big area for people who are interested in customer support, SRE, and so forth kind of roles for people to join. Next. So all this is understandable, but coming to now at Crest Data Systems, what do we focus on, right? We focus on data analytics, cybersecurity, DevOps, cloud, AI, IoT. These are some of the technologies that we focus on. As a developer, if you may ask, what does it mean for me? You will be working on Python or Java, most likely as a backend developer. If you are a DevOps engineer, Golang is very important, Ansible is very important. If you are a front-end developer, React, Vue, or AngularJS becomes very important, and so forth. So these are some of the programming languages and technologies that you will be working on as part of Crest. Next. So earlier I mentioned about the kind of customers we have. We work with large US customers who are very strategic and believe in building long-term partnership with us. And as you can see, the kind of customer base we have, for example, Autodesk, I mean, they make AutoCAD software, one of the largest market leaders for the last 42 years. BMC is the largest ticketing company. Box is the largest file sharing company. Broadcom is the world's largest fabless semiconductor company. Capital One, one of the largest credit card companies in the world. Cisco Systems, largest networking company in the world. CrowdStrike, they are the largest cybersecurity company. Daimler, the world's third largest car manufacturer. Databricks, they are the founder of Apache Spark, which is the predominant kind of library for people who want to do machine learning and AI. Companies like Elasticsearch, world's largest open source data analytics company for unstructured data. Google, LinkedIn, Lockheed Martin, Palo Alto Networks, second largest security company in the world. Netscope is the largest security startup in the world. Splunk, Symantec, Tesco, VMware. These are the kind of customers we work with, and you will be expected to work with as an intern as well as the full-time engineer at Crest. Next. Like any company, I think we have had several achievements over the past year as well. We were awarded Partner of the Year. We have SOC 2 Type 2 certification. We have ISO certification. We were awarded Great Place to Work recently as well, and so forth. So what we are doing is basically being recognized by our customers, our partners, and in general the community across India as well. Next. So coming to the kind of work we do, right? I have picked a couple of projects that we did recently, which was very interesting. One of them is with this company called Lockheed Martin. They're one of the largest defense contractors in the US government. They are the ones who make the F-16, F-22 aircrafts. They are the ones who built spaceship Juno that went to Jupiter. That went to Saturn to take pictures of the Saturn's rings and so forth. So we actually contributed recently to build a infrastructure analytics app to manage thousands of nodes of their data center. For the project called Skunkworks project called that basically believes in building planes that can fly at the speed of 20 times the speed of sound. They recently did accomplish 10 times speed of sound in one of the tests just 2 weeks back. And the goal is that by 2030, they should be able to go at 20 times the speed of sound. So basically be able to go from any part to any part of the planet in less than an hour. This is a phenomenal feat if we can accomplish this. Imagine the benefit you have in military. Imagine the benefit you have as a traveler. If instead of traveling, to the US taking 24 hours, if you can get there in 1 hour, the kind of benefit you can have. So forth. So the next slide. The next slide is about a retail company, which is Tesco, which is world's 5th largest retail manufacturer in the world. And what we do is we do retail analytics for them. What that means is we will be able to look at thousands of products across thousands of stores and be able to use machine learning and advanced statistical correlation techniques to be able to say that certain products will be consumed over this weekend because it's going to get very hot, or it's going to rain over this weekend, or if there's a cricket match, then certain products will get sold more than the other. So this can impact you in 2 ways. It can help you in improving the bottom line of the company. It can improve the top line of the company, the profits and the revenues of the company, and also it can also help you stream the entire supply chain logistics by making sure that the right products are available to the customers at the right time. So these are the kind of projects that you will be working on as part of Crest Data Systems. Next. As you kind of heard that we work on data analytics, cybersecurity, machine learning, AI, and so forth. It's very, 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 very important for us to have utmost importance on high quality. Our customers are like the likes of Google and LinkedIn and Cisco, where quality becomes important for them. For them, again, now you say, I'm going to work on your data analytics, I'm going to work on your cybersecurity, then quality becomes of paramount importance. And this is very important because our customers love us because of the quality of software that we have delivered, the quality of work that we have done for them. We have extreme customer focus. We engage very professionally. We work with the customer to understand the requirements, go the extra mile to understand it further, and kind of after all those discussions, we still deliver the projects on time. And that's why that is our culture. It does not come easy. It does require a lot of work to be done on our end to be successful. But this is our culture. This is our extreme customer focus. We execute projects in an agile manner. We heavily focus on automation, and at the bottom, we have a solid track record through our contacts, through our past work that we have done both in India as well as in the US, that we are actually uh, being looked upon by a lot of companies. In fact, for Google Securities Business Unit, we're the only company that they work with. Other than doing the work themselves, they don't engage with not a single company outside of us for the entire Google Security Business Unit. So that is the kind of track record that we have, and that is why we have been able to grow at such a rapid pace. In 3 years, we grew from 1,400 to more than 1,200 people company, 400 to 1,200 people company. So that is the growth and which trajectory on which we are on, and we expect this to continue for a foreseeable future. Next. So before I hand over to Shruti for taking this further, why work with us? I think the number one thing that we can offer you is the exposure of working with market leaders, Fortune 500 companies, US-based companies that work on bleeding edge technologies. You will be at the forefront of innovation. There are no better solutions available in the market than what we are building. So this is perhaps the biggest thing that we can offer. We also offer, obviously, we are very competitive when it comes to salaries. We are very competitive when it comes to merit-based growth. We are very, very generous when it comes to international assignments because all of our customers are abroad, and we do give plenty of opportunities for our people to work with the customer in the US, travel on short-term and long-term basis as well. We provide equal employment opportunity for males, females. We work on projects which will make an impact, and most importantly, we work hard, play hard, which means the work we do is not easy. It will require a lot of commitment on your part, but we will also make sure that we have a lot of fun along the way. Next slide.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Malhar.
pass it on to Shruti now, and go on, Shruti.
Thank you, Malhar, for briefing us. So the job openings I'll be talking about. First, we have a software engineer. So for software engineer, you should be passionate about programming. You should have strong analytical and problem solving skills. You should have a proficiency in Linux programming, strong debugging and troubleshooting skills, right? And for all the job openings, we have mentioned the stipend and the salary package below. So the stipend you'll get until you get your provisional degree, you'll be an intern with us, but then we'll convert you to the full-time employment. So next opening is about QA engineer. We are looking for QA engineers that are passionate about finding bugs, they're breaking the system, the development of automation test. They should have strong analytical and problem solving skills. They should have used various data analytics, AI, ML monitoring, security, etc. Coming to the next profile, we have SRE engineers. So for SRE, they should be master of all Linux, cloud, automation, ops, etc. Strong. They should have strong analytical and problem-solving skills. They should have worked with. They should work with geographical diverse team. They should be flexible in working in rotational shifts. So for SRE engineers, we have rotational shifts. Okay, and before you guys appear for the technical exam of SRE, you should have a proficiency in AWS, Linux, and Terraform. The next opening is of DevOps engineer. They should have strong aptitude for front end or back end programming. They should be strong at debugging and troubleshooting skill. Same strong analytical and problem solving skills. They should have used various DevOps tools for config management, automation, infrastructure provisioning, application deployment, building CI/CD pipelines, etc. Coming to the next profile is technical support. So to be in technical support, you should be excellent in written and verbal communication skills. You should have worked in AWS architect fundamentals. You should have a good knowledge of technologies that are used by the AWS elastic IP firewall rules, ALB, DNS, etc. You should have knowledge of monitoring tools like Negios, sensors, CloudWatch, etc. And should be able to read and understand that. Okay, so why Crest? Because first, as Malhar discussed very briefly, I'll talking about some employee benefits that you will be getting when you join a corporate world. You expect some of the employee benefits from a company. So at Crest, we provide best mentorship program. We have given our employees remote working during the pandemic. We are meritocracy based appraisals. We do not follow the traditional type. Here everyone has the right to approach, and their approach is being heard and being considered. We have individual performance, teamwork, customer feedback, all will be considered in your appraisals. We have excellent company management and working environment. We have medical insurances as well. We cover PF, ESIC. As Malhar discussed, we have plenty of international opportunities. We work with international clients, and we can give you plenty of international opportunities if we like your work, and if you go out of the box, give your ideas, and thus we can definitely give you international opportunities as well. Here you get up to 24 paid leaves plus 10 national holidays. Here we believe in appreciating your achievements, so we have a program called Crest Achievement Program CAP Award. So this is given to the employees who work hard, who work smartly, who work think something out of the box. We really try to appreciate them. So here is 5 days work week, Monday to Friday, and 10 to 7. As I said, for SRE, there will be rotational shifts. And also for DevOps, if the project requires, you may need to work in that. Talking about HR policies. So now you'll be joining us as interns. Then after you receive your provisional degree, we will converting you to the full-time employment. You'll be sharing us with 18 months of agreement that will include your 6 months of internship as well. We have non-disclosure agreement. You cannot disclose the projects and technologies you are working on. We give food allowances and rotational shift allowances for the employees who are working with us in rotational shifts. So Crest presence, we have our presence in USA, in India and Ahmedabad. We have it first in SG Highway. Now we have made a beautiful building at Thaltej, Makarba. And we have here capacity of 3,000 employees with us. We are also growing in Pune. We have our 200 employees over there working. So this is the Crest US office and India office, as you guys can see. So we celebrate each and every event together. We believe in celebrating together. As Malhar said, we work hard, but we play harder. We celebrate all the occasions together. We work together. We consider ourselves as a family, and we celebrate each and every festivals and events here. So the placement process, after this you will be getting your online test, and later tomorrow we'll be coming for technical and HR round, and then we'll be announcing the final shortlisted students, and you'll be getting your offer letter. So guidelines for online test is you should have a smooth and uninterrupted internet connectivity, as I guess you all are giving exams in the campus itself. No, make sure that no other window or tab is open while you're appearing for MCAT. So the mail I'm sending, I'll be adding a email ID that will be the live chat. So if you are getting any technical glitches in the middle of exam, you can go to the live chat. You can ask the question or share the screenshot of the problem you are having, and then we can then they'll connect you within few minutes. And if any other issues are having, you can always contact us. We'll mention the number in the email itself, where you can get it from Ashwin sir as well. So online test modules for QA engineer, we have 3.5 hours exams. So first you need to give automata fix, and then we are having a manual QA test as well, in which you need to find bugs from the requirements. You'll be shared a Google form. In that, all the informations are mentioned in that form. Then for software engineer, you'll be getting 2 links. So it's not that you have to opt either this or this. You need to give both the exams. Okay, and it will be automata fix, and one exam will be automata pro. Then DevOps, you need to give 2 exams. SRE, you need to give exam of Linux, that will be of 15 minutes. So these are some questions that students must be having. You can just go through it once, and we'll be here to assist you. If anything problem happens in the exam in between, you can always contact us. Okay, so thank you. Was it? Ashwin sir, I'll be sharing the link with you, and we will start with the exams.
Anybody has any questions?
Yes, if anybody has any questions, please go ahead.
So anyone have question, you can write in chat box, or you can directly unmute yourself and ask. First of all, you should raise your hand.
Yes, Jainam, go ahead. Sorry, you are not audible. I guess you can ask the questions in chat box if it is possible. So Ashwin sir, we are not able to see the chat box. It is only to the team members it is showing.
Uh, what is the average score for the following exam? I don't know what you want to ask.
I don't think we should worry about the scores. Do your best, and people will be rated based on their academic performance as well as this together.
Okay.
Yes,
Kanika.
and there won't be any specific average that would be considered. So you can be rest assured. Try to perform the best, and we'll take every aspect into consideration while evaluating you guys.
One more question is any position of cyber security like penetration testing, etc.
No, not at this time. We are not looking for people in pen testing in those areas. We're looking for developers who want to specialize in the area of cybersecurity, but not in pen testing and vulnerability assessment in those areas.
Okay, for Danish question, you can contact your coordinator related to your not name is not in reflector in sheet. One more thing is there a way to contact someone appropriate in case of failure in online assessment? So I think Shruti, I think you have already shared your contact.
Yes, I have already shared my contact, and as well, if you're getting any technical glitches, you can always go to the live chat and ask the question. They'll connect you. They'll answer you in few minutes.
So there would be
So,
two mechanisms. One would be the live chat support, right? So any students facing technical issues should first share their problem in the live chat, right? The people would be responding you guys within 3 to 5 minutes, right? And if still their issue is not solved, Shruti would also be sharing 2 point of contacts to whom they can contact and get their queries resolved.
okay, for technical support, what is the test pattern?
For technical support, we directly have interviews.
Okay, okay. What are the test scenario for technical support? That question is already over. Now, can you show the slide of SE position? I think Jainam, you should be attentive while the presentation is going on. Okay, so now there are no more other questions. Any, any position for data scientist?
No, not at this time. We
Okay.
believe data scientist positions are a lot senior, and you have to earn yourself up to there. It is not something that you should start as a fresher. It's very important to get the fundamentals correct.
Any opening for blockchain development?
No, that is not an area of focus for Crest at this
Okay.
point.
For software engineer, QA engineer, SRE, DevOps, and technical support, as I mentioned.
Okay. So any other questions, students? I think most of the doubt is clear from student side.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, actually, I wanted to ask what would be the daily roles of technical support engineers? Since I went through the document, the job description, it needs clouds and AWS architect fundamentals and all. So I wanted to know that what would be the actual work they will be doing.
Okay, so primarily they'll be responsible helping the customers with, let's say, application upgrades, or if the customer is facing any issues within their software, they would be responsible to debug the issues that they're facing and would be responsible to provide some instructions on how they can troubleshoot the problems by getting on call.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
So there will not be any online test for technical support, right? As you said,
That's
directly.
correct.
Okay.
Yes, you'll be giving interviews tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, then any other questions, students? Before we end and conclude this meeting? So those students who have an issue related to the test link, because till now I not share the link, but we share one form, Google form, where you have to give the preference of the profile. The email is only sent to that those people who are there in the list. So if you have any confusion related to that, you can contact faculty coordinator of your respective department. And by 11 o'clock, I will send it to HR of Crest Data System for that preferences. And then after 11 to means after 11, we will start the online test. The location of the labs we already circulated to your faculty coordinator as well as student coordinator. So be there at your specified premises, and please make sure that the machine where you are appearing, it must have a webcam. If not, then you can appear from your laptop device. Okay. So that is the
Yes,
instruction.
correct. Without webcam, you won't be able to appear for the exams. So make sure that you have your webcam on.
Okay, Shruti, can you help me to open the slide for the instruction where you mention two contact number for the test?
Yes, I'll be sharing you over that over an email also, the two
Okay,
point of
okay,
contacts and the live chat link. Yeah, we
okay,
are adding
thank
it in the email also, so no.
okay, okay. Okay, so I think one more question last is there any aptitude test? I think the first round is aptitude, right?
No, it would be programming test, automata, automata fix, and automata pro. So those three are the tests, the superset of tests that we are going to conduct.
Okay, so there is no aptitude test. Yeah.
You need to complete your test by 4:30, and then the link will be closing. So make
Can you
sure that you
can you
start the
please
exams ASAP.
can you please share the slide of who will be giving what test again? So these are the tests that everybody will have to give.
Okay, okay. So I think most of the doubt from student side is over. So we can conclude it. Before concluding this, for all the students who are appearing for the Crest data system, let me share our experience with the Crest data system from placement cell. So till now, every year they are hiring more than 50, 60 students. Last year they have hired 100. And the feedback that we are receiving from all our alumni and past students is very excellent about the working environment, about the learning curve, including the appraisal process. So I personally recommend to go ahead with the this particular selection process of Crest data system. And I hope that we could get at least three digit number to the Crest data system this year also, and we fulfill maximum talent from our campus this year as well. And thank you, Malhar sir and Neha madam, to trust on our university every year.
It's been our pleasure to come. And I mean, as you know, Ronak, and we have so many of your past seniors as well. So I will definitely also recommend you talk to your seniors. You don't have to listen to us or the sir alone, Ashwin sir alone. But feel free to get feedback from your seniors as well. And we really hope everybody does well, and we can have the highest number of people join from Charusat this year again.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you, sir. I'll be waiting for the position interested forms, and to the students, all the best. We hope we see you tomorrow for the interviews, and give your best. And don't worry if any glitches or anything is there. We'll be sharing the number. Please contact, and all the best for your exams.
All the best, students, and
Thank
thank
you
you,
so
Malhar
much,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, Shruti ma'am. Thank you all
Thank
other
you. Thank you.
members from Crest Data System. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Ashwin sir,
Yes.
could you please check the chat box? There is one person asking that the Google form is asked. We can select more than one
No, no,
profile.
no. Select
Okay.
only one profile. Okay. I think it is only one profile already mentioned in the last conversation, but you can select only one profile at a time. Okay.